It's very nice that James told me you have friends here. Lucky me.
Lucky me.
Yeah.
So I'm leaving and he's staying for 2 weeks.
So the party starts tomorrow. Week-long party. You all come. No, I'm kidding. Don't.
His wife is coming soon, be careful.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. It's true.
Yeah.
Okay, so let us
backup man.
let us introduce ourselves.
Please.
Okay, my name is Nalini. You can call me Nam. I'm a teacher at Wat Sawang Manas School.
Hello, no.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hello.
And I'm Mai. I'm an English teacher in Chumchon Wat Khangan School.
Sorry, your name again?
Mai.
Mai.
M-A-I, Mai.
I am Dao from Ban Bangi School. That is the way to
Bang Nam Chit, Got
Ban
Pitak.
Chit Kapitak.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, and,
And
and what's your name?
My name is Colin
Colin.
and I'm from England and I have lived in Thailand for about 14 years.
14 years. Oh, so a long time. And what's your name?
My name is Lawrence.
Lauren.
Yeah, Lawrence, like Lawrence of Arabia.
okay, Lawrence.
How do you spell your
L
name?
A. It's got all the difficult letters for the Thai. Lawrence.
Okay.
Lawrence.
Lawrence.
Can I have your last name too?
Okay, Worcester, like Worcestershire sauce.
Mr.
Worcestershire sauce, but without the sheer.
And find on the internet.
And please, Mr. Colin, can
Yes.
I have your surname too? Your last name too?
Cottrell.
Culture.
Cotterell.
Okay.
Okay. We will interview or ask you about your job.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. What did you do?
I write. I'm a writer.
Right.
You're a writer.
So I write novels.
Write novels.
Yes.
Yeah, I see your novel. Maybe.
That's not mine, that's
Oh,
Sudoku.
yeah.
I don't write Sudoku. That's one of mine.
Can you give me the name of some of your novels?
Yeah, but there are many. I can show you. It's easier to show you.
Okay.
If you just Google me, then they will come.
If I search your name
Yes.
on Google, I see.
Oh, he's famous.
And
World famous.
how about you? What do you do now?
I'm a photographer. Now
Photographer,
and
yes.
forever.
I like.
Oh,
I
thanks.
like
I have a
photography.
camera. Maybe you can teach me.
Okay. All right. I won't charge too much. Little money. No, I'm here in Thailand to photograph.
No.
Photograph
Mm.
around Thailand or
Mm.
only in the south?
No, only here this time.
South.
I've been to Thailand before, though.
Mm.
I like Thailand. Chop mak.
South.
Job mark. Okay.
Yes.
No.
Love taking photo too.
Yeah?
Yeah, and my brothers love
There's,
it.
there's so much good things to photograph in
Yeah.
Thailand. It's never boring.
Many things new.
Yeah. There's a lot of colorful things. I mean, for you, some things are not so colorful because you see every day. For me, it's exciting because I see maybe once in my life. Like today, this morning, I saw a monkey on a cart next to a motorbike, and I've seen it before in photos, but I've never seen here
real
live. So it was great. But he wouldn't stop and let me take a photo. So He
Yeah.
promised we'd see many.
It wasn't really a monkey. It was a short man with a beard.
Oh,
He thought it was a monkey. but
really?
It was a little man, really. Because he was driving the motorcycle. Of course, it wasn't a monkey.
The monkey was not driving the motorcycle. No, it's not.
Okay.
And
I have a question. How difficult is it for you? I mean, you're exceptional Thais because you speak very good English. But for a Thai, or for you when you were younger, or maybe even now, how difficult is it to understand when we joke, when we tease, when humor is different? Yeah.
Yes.
It depends if we have ever heard that joke before or
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
but
But
you,
you-
we
can
notice
see your-
from your action
Yes.
face.
Oh, I give it
It's-
away.
It's my technique.
Man,
Your body language.
that's why no one laughs. I see. Okay, good. It's interesting. But Thai humor is different, yes?
it's different.
How is it different?
It's straight.
Straight.
Yes. No.
But
Like
from what I can see,
Yeah.
some of the line in English, I mean the joke in English, when we translate into Thai,
Yeah.
Thai people won't laugh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've been to
they-
movies in
They don't
Thailand.
understand.
I've been to comedy movies in Thailand, and
Yes.
sometimes my wife and I laugh, and nobody laughs anywhere in the theater.
That is
It's
Like,
funny.
different.
we understand, only me understand when we translate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the textbook, in the book,
Yeah.
the student book, we have a joke like this. But some students like me to read it if they understand. But some they
And you
don't.
have to explain the joke
Yeah.
Yeah.
because
And
you
then
speak English,
They just know.
and you also because you know slang.
Yeah.
Does that help? You know some slang.
Yes. And it's like some of the joke in English, it's not fun for us.
Yeah.
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 But if we watch movie, we watch cartoon,
Yeah.
and we understand that it's a joke,
Yeah.
we will laugh. I don't know how to explain. It's like you when we tell you Thai joke,
Yeah.
sometimes you will laugh because you don't get it.
Sure.
It's a joke in
Absolutely.
Thailand.
Some joke.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, and come back to you. How long did you be a writer? When did you start to write the book?
I started about 9 years ago.
9 years ago.
Before that, I was a teacher.
Oh, okay.
That's good.
The lecturer asked me to interview the people in my area, but
Career.
in my career. But I think this is nicer if we know another job too, another area too. Teacher too.
Okay. So, both of you, have you ever talked to Thai people who speak English before us?
Yes, many times.
Can you understand them? I mean,
Well, it depends, because I work in universities, so the teachers can speak English and understand English very well.
okay.
But outside the university, you meet people in the street, and some people want to practice their English, but they don't have any English to practice with. So it depends who you are talking to. Sometimes you talk to people who lived outside of Thailand, who lived in America, and of course they come back and they're very confident in speaking. And sometimes you meet people who studied just in high school, and the teacher couldn't speak English, and the students couldn't understand the teacher, and so she explained everything in Thai,
Okay.
so they didn't have experience to speak English.
What do you prefer between teacher or writer?
I enjoyed teaching, but I was teaching for 27 years. So after 27 years, you like to stop. So
you
now
had to
I'm
relax.
happy because I don't have to teach anymore. It starts to be a job. Every day, go to school, teach. And I was lucky because I taught different levels, primary school and
Primary school.
secondary school and adults and teachers
In the university.
and social workers, yeah. So I taught different levels and that made it more interesting for me.
Could you give me some recommend technique to make students can speak English well?
I played a lot of games. I did a lot of games that it helps if the students don't know they're studying. So you play a game and they think they're playing a game and they go home and they remember 10 words of English. That's a successful lesson. Because usually you teach for 1 hour and they go home and they don't remember anything.
I try
So
to do
I played a
that.
lot of games with the students. And the same game again. Next week the same game. And they remember the language from the week before.
Okay.
We try to do like this, but in Thailand we have many tests. The ONET test and do that. So
Many activity in
Yeah.
schools too.
I think it's
I
too
know.
much.
And one more thing, Thai students, they have to study a lot of subjects, like
Many subjects.
many subjects.
And how do you manage your student when your little student when they are so naughty in classroom?
My students are never naughty.
Lucky
And
you.
when they are play around the classroom, how do you manage them?
If you have children in your classroom playing like that, then you started wrong. From the first lesson with the new students, you have to be very strict. If you're too friendly, the children will play.
Yeah.
So lesson 1, lesson 2, no laughing, no smiling, no fun, just tough.
Tough.
And then after that, you can relax.
Okay.
Because if you are teaching after 10 lessons and the children are still playing, then you made a mistake in lesson number 1 and lesson number 2. You try to be a friend too soon. First, they must respect you, and then they can be your friend. You can't start to be a friend in the first lesson.
Okay.
They have to be afraid of you in the first lesson.
That's very good idea.
Yeah.
For me, my student never get scared of me. I mean, they always think that I'm their friend.
Okay, bad start. Really.
Start the first
Because
lesson.
my student is, I mean, their body is as same as me, or some of them are taller than me.
Size doesn't make any difference, does it?
Okay.
Okay, and
Okay,
Mr.
correct.
Lawrence,
Yes.
okay, have you ever talked to Thai people who speak English?
Yes.
And
Sure.
do you understand them?
Yes, but sometimes I think they might pretend to understand when they really don't. So I have to be thinking while I'm talking to make sure that what I'm saying, and then sometimes ask a question to make sure
So
that
you know, no,
we're getting.
no.
I see many.
Oh, boy.
That was
Yeah.
yeah.
No.
Sticky one. Good boy. That's when you've got to get him on the walk over.
Yeah.
Sorry, we have dog problem.
Oh, it's
That's
okay.
okay.
It's my job tomorrow, so
Oh,
I
okay.
have to learn.
What do you do with it? What do you do with it?
Oh, just walk them. You
Oh,
mean?
walk the dog?
Mm,
Where?
in the beach.
At the beach.
Yeah. Walking dogs always makes them happy. Because then they're with the pack and they're moving, and that's natural for dogs.
All of these?
Hmm?
All of these? You walk the
All
dog?
of them.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All of them.
Mm. Yeah, so far. Well, one straggler. But
Okay. Did you do you? Okay, sorry. Before you be a photographer, what did you do?
school, and I worked for 1 year for an environmental organization.
Okay,
You know,
that's
like Greenpeace,
Yeah.
like
Oh.
like that for nature, and it was a difficult job because I took it personally. You know what I mean? You understand?
Yes.
Okay. So I was too involved. I would take it home, and everything was difficult with that. So I decided not for me.
And about English, what do you think it is the weakness of Thai people to speak English? What is the weakness?
Weakness?
Yes.
The first teacher that you have
Yeah.
is your weakness.
Okay.
If your first teacher doesn't speak English, then you have a bad beginning. So you learn mistakes from the beginning. And when you make mistakes in the beginning, it's more difficult to speak. So if for example, now you teach English in primary school, but the primary school teachers can't speak English. So the week before your lesson, they are studying the same lesson. So the primary school teachers are not confident to speak.
Yes.
So it's a problem that continues to go around. So the teacher can't teach, the teacher can't speak, the students can't speak, and it gets the same thing goes around and around. So your problem is that you don't have a good example in the school to practice with.
But one more problem is like us, we can speak English to our students, but after we teach them, they don't get the chance to use in their real life.
Mhm.
So, do you think we can solve that problem? I mean,
You can, if you study a language in another country, the serious students, the students who are good, they get together and they have a club.
okay.
And in the club, you are not allowed to speak Thai. So it's like an after-school club or a weekend club or a football club where you only speak English, or a sailing, swimming club where you only speak English. So sometime every week, the good students get together and they only speak together in English. In the beginning, maybe 3 students, that's fine. But they do something interesting, something exciting. And next week, somebody wants to join the club, but they can only speak English. So more people come to join the club because they want to enjoy, not because they want to speak English, but they must speak English. So if you have, in your class, you have 4 students and they speak English very well, then you make a club with those 4 students. And Monday night, from 5 o'clock to 6:30, they speak English together with some activity. And then they go and they tell their friends, oh, we had a good time, we spoke English. And the next week you get 5 students. And volunteer, not force. And the next week you get 7 students. And they do they do something together, but in English. So this time to this time, you can't speak Thai.
You control with the time.
Yeah.
Why do you think you 3 are better English speakers than most of your friends?
We?
All 3 of you, or anyone?
I think it's not good enough for us. Sometimes we don't understand the foreigner, but we understand it from the action, not from the
Or
word.
some keywords.
But why did you make it possible to speak English well enough for this conversation?
For me, I think English is important.
Yeah.
When I study in the secondary school, I study math and science, but I changed my mind because I think English is important, and I dream that I travel around the world, so I have to learn.
That's it. That's got to
Yeah,
be it for a
to
lot
learn
of
English.
people. The motivation. A lot of your students aren't motivated because they think maybe they'll never need English again. Like I was with calculus. I thought I never need calculus, so I didn't make it perfect. I wasn't an A student in calculus.
Okay.
But if you have a real strong drive because there's an end goal, that makes a big difference. So if you can maybe find the one student and convince them that if they want to travel, they cannot speak Thai in France, in Germany, in Kenya, in anywhere. English, you can get anywhere in the world almost and speak with somebody. But Thai, you'd be hard pressed to find anyone in Ethiopia who speaks Thai. So travel is a good motivation.
According to me, because I love English, that's all.
Okay, that's good.
For me, when I was young, when I studied in primary school, my teacher gave me more words to practice at home, and so it made me love English. And but I care for grammar very much, so I don't confident to speak English more. And now I am teacher, so I have to practice with students. Most of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, all 3 of you speak better English than some English teachers I've met in Thailand.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Where are you doing the MA?
In Suratthani.
At what?
Rajaphat, yes.
Yeah.
At weekends. It's a weekend.
On the weekend. For 2 years.
And this is your second year or your first year?
First year,
The
2
12 months.
yes, different months.
Congrats. Congratulations.
In 2 years.
Well, for getting
We
this far.
have to
Yeah.
graduate for 2 years only.
Within 2 years.
Within 2 years.
Yeah.
Okay, and for your job, and I like taking photo too. When you taking photo, after you taking photo, you sell it or you collect it?
Sell it.
Sell it.
I have an agency that sells it, so I don't market myself much anymore. I used to, but now I give it to an agency and they spread it around the world.
And
And hopefully-
if the
and they take
people
care
want
of
to buy it,
Hmm?
how do you? If the people around the world want to buy,
Yeah.
want to buy your photo, how?
Different ways, but mostly online. They just
Online.
see the photo on the website and order it and pay, and it depends if it goes to big advertising or a small newspaper. It's different prices, different clients. You know, there's
What kind of
big
the
business.
picture do you like to take? Like nature or people? Or
Nature is my favorite,
nature.
only because I like to be in nature and it's so inspiring. Animals are fascinating, but I do more work in the cities and the country and the countryside, the rural area for business, for making sales.
Can I ask you what is the the most expensive one that you get the money from the photo?
I don't know. I'd be reaching back there, but I think.
Approximately.
Well, certainly I've had checks around $5,000, but not many. Not many.
You are writer, so I think you have many
What?
beliefs. What do you believe in your life, such as where they will and what
Something like your line, your belief or your
special
line.
Special
Yes.
word.
the
that you
idiom,
believe.
your belief, such as
One line for
One
your
line.
belief. Yeah.
Yes.
To describe my feeling of life,
Yes.
Yes.
my meaning of life.
Yes.
And you too.
All right, it's difficult to interpret, but it comes from the expression to save the planet, right? You heard that we should save the planet, we
Yes.
should save Earth,
Yes.
but my philosophy is,
Yes.
Philosophy.
Yes. That's what I mean.
my philosophy is, don't try to save the planet, save the garden. So make your small life helpful for other people. Make your small, help one person outside your life. If everybody does that, then there are no problems in the world. Don't save the planet, save your own
garden.
Your own
environment,
garden.
your own garden.
Yes. Good.
He probably wants to save the planet.
Okay,
Save by just
Forget the
take a
garden.
photo, not take it.
Okay,
Yes.
what's
Say again?
your
Just
philosophy?
take a photo, but not take it. Yes.
That's a good way to put it.
Yes.
Yeah. Or they sometimes say, take nothing but photos, leave nothing but footprints.
Yes.
Yes. Okay,
I
but
saw
that's a-
this. I saw
Yeah.
this many,
Yeah,
many
it is.
places.
Yeah.
But I
There's
can't
another
speak.
one. I've seen another added phrase to that, but no, I can't remember that. No, mine is simple. It's always look on the bright side of life. Come on. Da-da, 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 da-da.
I
What?
saw this, it was on YouTube 2 nights ago. I was
That's
sitting there
great.
sitting
It's a Monty Python song.
Okay.
So.
Thank you. Yeah.
That is so for me to listen to of you.
This is
Yes.
very
Say-
nice. This is
Very
very
nice.
nice to talk with
Oh,
you
thank you.
today.
Nice to talk to you.
So thank you very much
there.
for
You're
your
very
time.
welcome.
And thank you for your warm welcome today.
Sure.
Thank you.
Well, you're doing a good thing. Good luck.
Thank you.
I hope it
Thank
works.
you.
Before you go, I'll give you a book. They can't have a book because
Then
they
you
didn't
told
do
me
it.
you show me.
Oh, he was,
Tell you what.
he was holding his hand
The
steady.
book, your book.
Yeah, come and get one.
Oh, can I go?
Yes. Don't let it go inside.